It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we celebrate not only the completion of your studies, but the culmination of a journey that has been about more than just acquiring knowledge. Today, we celebrate the growth of individuals who are now equipped to make meaningful change in the world. I began writing this speech over 4 months ago. At first, the words came easily, so easily in fact. It lacked the real essence of what I needed to convey today. I realized that standing here on a day that marks both an ending and a beginning, I owe you something more than safe and measured speech. I owe you honesty. Because to truly speak to you today, I must start with a story I've never told in a setting like this. Let me tell you a story about a young girl from West Africa I once knew. This young girl between the ages of 8 and 16 endured brutal physical punishment. Her pain wasn't just physical, it was psychological, emotional, and spiritual. But the deepest wounds weren't on her skin. They were the quiet words spoken like curses. You are not good enough. You will never be anything. Stay small, stay silent. And yet, something inside her refused to disappear. At the age of 12, she was introduced to the concept of human rights at a debate competition. Seeking solace in the principles that everyone deserves to be free from inhuman and degrading treatment, she picked up her pen and she wrote her first petition, documenting the abuse she suffered. At 14, she stood up to the very people who abused her and demanded to be treated with dignity and respect, paving the way for her to become an advocate for justice. Years later, as an international human rights lawyer in London, she found herself harassed by a taxi driver. Instead of allowing the incidents to pass quietly, she picked up her pen again, writing a petition to the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, demanding action on the safety of private hire vehicles. And so, an activist was born. I am not sure if you have guessed, but that young girl from West Africa is me standing before you today. As you can see, my journey to becoming an international human rights lawyer and activist was born from a struggle for self-determination and liberation from the child abuse I endured. This young girl learned early on that the most powerful tool in my arsenal is my voice. And when your voice is silenced, pick up your pen. Your pen can speak louder than any sword. She learned that the road less traveled is often the one where real change happens. To believe that even when the world mocks you and strips you of your dignity and tries to reduce you to silence, you can still choose to speak. And when your voice trembles, let your pen roar. In today's social media age, we are led to believe that the worthiness had to be earned by wearing the best clothes and jewelry, that confidence came wrapped in shopping bags and compliments, that value lived in visibility, likes, validation, and attention. That is why sustainable fashion matters to me so deeply, not just because it's ethical and beneficial to the planet, but it reminds me of a return to myself. And that is freedom, that is power, and that is what I wish for you. It is more than just embracing sustainable fashion. It is reclaiming my power, my individuality, my freedom from what society deems acceptable and appropriate. It's about sovereignty. It is a declaration that I no longer measure my worth by society's ever-changing standard. It's about reclaiming my power, my voice, my freedom to define what is enough. because one day you will stand at a crossroad. The world will offer you applause for what you pretend to be and silence for who you truly are. And in that moment, I hope you remember this. You don't need to shout to be heard. You don't need to shine to be seen. You just need to stand in your truth, unshaken, unedited, and enough. I leave you with this one key advice. Build a life rooted in conviction, not convenience. Because the world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more real ones. Approach the world at your own pace. Savor its beauty gradually. Explore its mysteries. Face its complexities. Be resilient. Please, please, please protect your imagination. Keep it vibrant and untainted. And nurture a sense of wonder and curiosity that stays with you always. Trust me, the world will wait for you, and you will be all the stronger and wiser and more fulfilled for it. You are the future leaders, change makers, problem solvers that the world desperately needs. May you carry the spirit of this school with you, and may your journey be one of continuous growth, service, and positive impact. And remember, when you feel lost, come back to your voice, come back to your pen, come back to your truth. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world is waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you.